And welcome in to another episode of Off Script. My name is Zak Herbstreit. Ladies and gentlemen, college football fans out there, I feel like in today's day and age, in a college football world we live in right now, it is so riddled with negative news. A lot of negativity out there with Brendan Sorsby gambling problems, with a looming threat of a 2014 college football playoff, and whether you agree or disagree with that, there's just a lot of mixed opinions there. But I feel like the negativity flips this week, and we finally get some positive news. The Notre Dame versus USC rivalry is in talks of being revived. So that's a pretty good start to the week if you're just now seeing this video. Not too bad. Not too shabby of news to hear that. But before we get into it today, if you enjoy college football, if you enjoy the channel, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel as well. It really helps me out a lot, so I appreciate you guys. But let's get into it here. Quick backtrack for those that may have forgot or have no idea what I'm talking about. The 78-year streak between these two teams is now over, which I got to say is a little bit of shot in the heart as a college football enthusiast myself. But around 6 months ago, there was a bit of a feud between these two programs, and I'll talk about them individually here. USC wanted to move the game to earlier in the season, along with the rest of their non-conference games, just to get it out of the way. Then they'd play their Big Ten games, and then hopefully make it, Big Ten championship, college football playoff, all just one very continuous deal. Now, on the flip side, Notre Dame wanted to keep it in that October slot late in the season and saw no issue of changing where the game was supposed to be. So right there, they weren't seeing eye to eye. There was talks just in general being like, okay, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? They almost came to an agreement keeping the game in October, and then the whole feud or whole deal happened with the college football playoff and Notre Dame not making it, and then having a new deal with the College Football Playoff Committee where if they finished in the top 12 at the end of the regular season, they had an automatic bid. And then USC heard about that as well, and they were like, okay, whoa. Like, this is an unfair advantage. This is, like, we're not even going to schedule this. We're done. We're done with this. So what now? Things have been pretty dormant between these two programs this offseason, so really not too much has transpired until this week. We finally resumed talks, like I said. So what does this mean in general? Well, first off, hopefully we get back one of the more underrated rivalries in all of college football. And I feel like that is a little bit of a hot take because I feel like it's a sneaky top 7, top 6 rivalry in all of college football. Up there, close, Ohio State, Michigan's probably one for me. Auburn, Alabama's sneaky up there too. I like the BYU, Utah one. Holy War is pretty sneaky. But again, just having this back, having this, the history of this game. It means so much to the fans, the alumni, the hatred between these two programs. You want to see that played out in the field. I want to see it played out in the field more than anyone because we don't want this to be another bedlam. We want the Oklahoma State-Oklahoma game. Like, that was such a fun game to watch every year. Same with this USC game. It's usually always close. In the past couple years, maybe that it's a different story. But usually this game is neck and neck, back and forth, hatred, and fights in the field. You're like, my Lord, I can't get enough of this. Like, I can't believe we're getting this whenever it's played in week 9, week 8. This is awesome. Second thing here, I think there's huge stakes for the college football playoff. In general, and I feel like, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this as well, but in general, I feel like Notre Dame probably needs USC more than USC needs Notre Dame. And I'll elaborate on that as well. USC in the Big Ten, playing Ohio State, playing Oregon, playing Indiana, playing these national championship contenders, college football playoff contenders in the regular season every single year, as opposed to Notre Dame, who's not in a conference. And we saw how that played out last year. Not in a conference. You play Miami. You play Texas A&M. You lose both those games early on, and those are the ones that kind of come back and haunt you because you only really had 1 or 2 quality wins. And one of those quality wins was USC. But this upcoming year, you're playing Miami and BYU, really your 2 hardest games. What would be the issue of adding one more hard game? I think it benefits you, because it just adds to the playoff resume. Say you win against USC and they beat Ohio State, they beat Oregon. You beat a team that beat that caliber team. Well, wow, this Notre Dame team, they're legit. And then say you drop one of those to Miami, drop one of them to BYU, then you kind of have that grace a little bit. That grace of, okay, well, they lost one, but hey, they beat a pretty good USC team. That's pretty solid. But that's just my take on it. USC fans, Notre Dame fans, I want to know your take as well. How do you feel about this game potentially getting revived? I know Like I said, a lot of people out there want to see this. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football. But like I said, my name's Zak Herbstreit. This is Off Script. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll see you guys soon.